So some days my thoughts are good and some days they're trash. And from the moment I woke up today, my thoughts have been trash, trash, trash. So I'm like, okay, shit, I have shit to do, but I really need to stay away from humans. I need to stay out of people's faces because I don't control all of my brain. A lot of my brain and my bodily functions are controlled. I just went to the podium where we like input our where we register the keys, and it just says you just got a a software update. I'm like, are they talking to me, or is it just talking about the iPad that we have to use to like track our little keys and stuff? But my ear is ringing. It's like, why are they doing this to me? It feels like somebody put a funnel in my ear, and it did this before whenever I got that job. Excuse me, at the Mexican restaurant that I had for like literally 8 hours, and then I quit. I was like, what the hell is going on? And so it feels like there's a funnel in my ear, and I like hear like whoo, like a surround sound, but I don't know. So I guess these unethical ass programmers are having fun doing to me whatever the fuck they did. So hopefully I don't walk around and start clucking like a chicken. But sometimes if I go to my mom's house there, that this can be deprogrammed. I don't know what the hell is going on. I really need to start learning this software. And there's a lot of like military people walking around. I'm like, you look like a military person. So where I thought that it was MIT students learning from me, I think it might be a military. I'm like, hey, do y'all mind not fucking with my brain? Like, do you mind? I'm a human being. I'm supposed to have human rights, but everybody's just walking around like this isn't happening. But this is fucking happening, and I'm not crazy. And some crazy, bad thoughts, just dumb shit, gross, like, I'm like, I don't claim that. That's not my thought. One of them was just so terrible that I had to like say a mini prayer of forgiveness. And for most of them, whenever a thought that's not a natural thought that would occur with me happens, I just ignore it. I've learned to ignore it or say not real and move on with my day, and that's how I cope. Because somebody went on my Pinterest and said, these thoughts are not even rooted in truth. And, if you have a bad thought or a fucked up thought, just say not real and move on. Just move on. That's all you can do. Don't ruminate on it, because if you do, it'll mess you up. And in 2017 is whenever my thoughts they started to regurgitate them to me, and that's when it started really messing with my head, because it's not natural. It's not natural. I've said this before. It's not natural to know that people can hear your thoughts, and the way that I'm being operated like I'm a freaking John Deere tractor trailer is they can upload thoughts. They can manipulate my dreams. Sorry, it's like 4 something in the morning, and I just woke up from a nap. Yeah, it's not okay. The technology is unethical as fuck, but sometimes it's not the technology. Sometimes it's other things, like anxiety or the knowledge that people can see my thoughts that'll mess me up. But sometimes straight up stuff is inserted in my head. I'm like, that's not even my thought. Like, I can tell. Sometimes it's like so loud and clear. I'm like, that is not even my thought. Like, I'll be thinking about looking at a Christmas tree and something just off the hand will just be popped in there. And I'm like, oh man. So when I'm in the bus and I'm like, please don't follow me around. Please don't follow me with your zombies. Please just leave me the hell alone, because I can't. Before it would be if I strained, a thought would pop in. But now I know it's like, it's not, this shit is not you. So I'll go sit at the back of the bus. I'll try to like focus on and like put my blinders on. Yeah. But now that my left ear is ringing, like, it's not ringing. It's just like, whoo, like somebody stuck a tube in it, and I can like hear tubiness. I'm like, if I start hearing motherfuckers' thoughts, it's over. That would be pretty cool, but you can keep that shit. I don't need that software update yet. But yeah, so like I said, I'm so afraid to be around people, and like I'm leaving so I can say this. One of the people who seems really nice, and I took kind of a little liking to, was talking to me, and I'm like, please leave, get the fuck away from me. I didn't want to tell him, get the fuck away from me, because I like this person. I think they're super, to me they've been nice. I don't know. And I'm like, I'm gonna think some jacked up shit. I can't just fucking straight out say, dude, like, get the fuck away from me, because I'm gonna think crazy shit about you. But I'm just like, get away. Because I've explained this, but I don't think all the videos that I've made, like on my old phones where I'm talking about this shit, have been uploaded. I didn't upload them, but somebody might be uploading them somewhere else and making money, or my twin or whatever. I have so many freaking issues that I need to resolve, and like I haven't resolved not a one. But I guess I don't know. I guess my period of trauma, because when all this stuff started happening, I was just fucking traumatized. I didn't think about the things that were happening to me. I couldn't. I was just focused on like, what the fuck. I was just in trauma. But now I can like talk about it, and boy, do I want to talk about it. But I went to New York Times. I went up to New York, and I went to the New York Times, and they like were like, send an email. I was like, I have stuff to talk about. This is important. I've got what are those things called, a hunch or catch, whatever it is. They did not want to see me. So I was like, well, shit. I tried to talk to, I went to Dallas Morning News. I tried to, people don't want to hear my story. They just like watching me in misery and watching this unethical technology, this unethical show, this unethical ass bitch steal my identity. Like, it's crazy. I feel like nobody's going to want to help me. And I learned that Bill Gates funds a lot of people's journalist scholarships. So he gives out scholarships to journalists, and he funds a lot of them, and like there's an unspoken rule that they just don't do what he doesn't want them to do. So I'm like, Microsoft is a big technology company, and sometimes I'll be waking up seeing Call of Duty. Like, I'm like, I'm not playing Call of Duty, so why am I seeing myself on like Call of Duty? So I'm thinking that Microsoft has a lot to do, or Bill Gates has something to do with the technology in my head, and they just want to keep this shit going. Like, fuck her opinion, fuck her feelings, fuck her freedom, fuck her, United States citizenship, and then she's not even fucking, she doesn't do crime. I'm not a criminal, I'm not a terrorist, I don't do anything but talk a little shit. And that's a new development too. Like, my thick skin and my shit talkingness is a new development, and that I'm kind of proud of, because you better start speaking. People can only traumatize you so far, and trauma will keep you quiet because you don't know what the hell's going on. You're just fucking in shock. You're ambushed. I say that I've been ambushed over and over and over and over again for like 5-6 years straight. But really, this has been going on all my life. So there must have been a change, a vote. Like, what are we going to do with her next? What are we going to do with her mind? What are we going to do with her narrative? And so this disgusting ass, shitty ass narrative was voted on. And so that's just the most fucked up thing I've ever learned. And so there were certain things put into place to try to make my brain naturally just go fucking haywire, or they wanted me to naturally be something that I'm absolutely not. So they would try to mess with me, but my brain wouldn't go there. And so they're like, fuck, scratching their head, like, how do we get her to think bad things? And because she's making us look bad, which I was, because I'm a fucking angel. And so they started telling me my thoughts, and that's when the ball dropped, and my brain has not really recovered since. And now I can't even be around people. I can't be around strangers. I miss being able to talk to people. Like, it doesn't matter who I would be. There's this quote that says, see the good in others and treat them as if it's all you see. And that's how I used to be. Nobody had to tell me like that. That's just how I was. And people really did love me before 2017, and I just feel like I can't even be around people without thinking something awful or gross or completely untrue or completely unlike me. And I try to explain this. I'm like, oh, that's not me, that's not my thought. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to find a human rights lawyer who will acknowledge that this is happening to me. This is happening. And for a long time, I'm like, I didn't think that I could get help. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on, and I still don't 100% grasp everything, but I know people watch me. I know I have a twin. I know I feel like people don't give a fuck about my rights, and I'm on a reality show and my thoughts are on display. And there's technology in me that manipulates my bodily functions. If they want me to look to the left, they can do it. They want me to shake my head no, they can do that. If they want me to poop, they can do it. If they don't want me to poop, they can do it with this technology. If they want me to feel horny, I swear to God, they can remotely make me feel horny. If there's just so much, that it probably can do that. I'm not aware of that. That's why they fucking got me on lock. All these military people walking around in disguise. I don't know what else this shit can do. I want my next upgrade. I want to be able to shoot lasers from my eye. Can y'all do that? Because there's some motherfuckers that deserve to get zapped. But I think they tried to demonize me so that people wouldn't help me. And enduring this disgusting trauma has kept me quiet. But I'm like, I am not anything y'all have called me. Y'all tried to pervertify me. I'm not a pervert. Y'all tried to horrify me. I'm not a whore. Y'all tried to drugify me. I don't fucking do drugs. I don't even smoke pot. So they really tried to demonize me with my thoughts. So the only leverage that they have on me is that they can upload nasty thoughts or mean thoughts that I will immediately say, I'm sorry, not true, or that I will immediately shut down. So y'all, fuck y'all's leverage. I cannot wait to get a lawyer because I don't deserve to live like this. No good person should live like this. And just because I'm cute and that I make Cruel and Unusual Punishment look like it's easy and cute and haha, she's not suffering that badly. Nah, like just because I'm adorable, if I don't say so myself, doesn't make this okay. Doesn't mean that this is not torture. And they said that we don't torture in America, and everybody's fucking watching me be a slave and be tortured. And I guess people are trying to redefine, because I've mentioned slavery, what slavery is. Just because I don't have thrashes on my back from a whip doesn't mean that I don't have mental, emotional, and spiritual thrashes all over my body, all over my psyche. Just because you can't fucking see the fucking whip and feel the pain and experience what I've been through doesn't mean those fucking thrashes aren't there. I have been whipped and beat and ambushed and spat on and my psyche manipulated. They're still doing that shit. They still do this to me. They'll hire somebody to try to like flirt with me a little bit or try to make me get a crush on them. And then when I do take a liking, then they'll just like kind of make me feel like I'm foolish for even thinking something and kind of try to diss me. They hire people to catch my eye and then diss me. And they're trying to like beat down my psyche. But bitch, you can't beat down my psyche. My psyche is good. I'm a beautiful, good, kind spirit. Just because my thoughts are a little bit jacked up from technology and the world's top fucking psychological people like doing everything they can to manipulate me. Like, no, I'm just ricocheting all of that off, and I just have to tell myself, like, you're beautiful, you're kind. Well, I don't think I'm beautiful. I think I'm, like, gorgeous. But when I want to be, like, when I'm, like, gussied up, I really don't think I'm beautiful. Aaliyah's beautiful. But you're kind, you're smart, you're strong, you're good. I'm a good person. I don't fucking deserve this shit. But I'm not a resourceful person, and how do you be resourceful when billion-dollar think tanks and fucking probably the government and local government and your owners who are making billions of dollars off of your viewers and investors do everything to keep you subdued and in slavery. And so I don't know what to do next. I don't have people like a lot of people have advisors and princesses and kings and queens and lawyers and you know, important people have advisors, and I don't. So I don't know what to do. So yeah, I was just wanting to rant because this fucking ear chip thing is now on the other side. Sometimes it's on this side, sometimes it's on the other side. Please don't start ringing those bad boys at one time. It took me a while to adjust to this ear ringing. And it rings and rings and rings, and I'll be trying to sleep. I'll be in REM sleep and they'll ring my ear. That's fucked up. They won't let me get adequate sleep. I'll have to fucking go into a fucking field with no Wi-Fi so that I can sleep good. They don't care. Just because I'm not bleeding and crying blood and you can't see the thrashes, like those thrashes are on my psyche and on my soul, and this is slavery. You're making fucking hella money off of me. Viewers, Lord knows what else. People are probably like subscribed to my fucking brain. That's why I try to be boring as fuck. I bet they're like, she's boring. I try to be boring. I try to be boring so people will stop staring and people stop watching and people will zone out and this shit will get canceled because I'm not getting paid from it. I'm clearly not getting paid from this shit. So somebody who's getting billions of dollars by doing to me what they've done, that's fucking slavery. I'm sorry. Y'all are slave owners. So yeah, I just felt like ranting. Hopefully this will stop ringing and it'll stop feeling like I have a funnel in my ear. And hopefully I'll get a new phone that's not a freaking already pre-programmed to prevent me from seeing what's going on in the world and getting a hold of somebody who can help me. But I don't know. I just wanted to chit chat and say those things. So thanks for your time.